With the release of the version 2.6, we have two new relic sets coming to the game. And oh man, Oyo made sure to make this one the most appealing domain to farm. My name is Dphenix, and in this video, I will talk about the new relic sets of this version, what they do, who can use them, and if they are worth the upgrade. Just before the video starts, don't forget to leave a like and a sub if you find this video useful. I will pull 46 Sunday live if I manage to get 5k subs here until his banner releases. So, if you wanna join the party, you are more than welcome. Don't forget to use code Dphenix on U7Buy for a discount when buying Stellar Jades. All my links will be in the description, like my Twitch channel, where you can win free blessings by participating on the live streams. And, without any furthers, let's start talking about the new sets. The first set I'm going to talk about will be the new set made for DPS characters, Scholar Lost in Erudition. This set will provide you 8% crit rate on its 2-piece effect, and on its 4-piece effect, you will get your skill and ultimate damage increased by 20%, and after using ultimate, the next skill will have its damage increased by further 25%. So, let's set it all up to see what we are working with. If you equip this 4-piece set on a character, you will get a total of 8% crit rate, 20% ultimate damage increase, and either 20% or 45% skill damage increase depending if you used your ultimate before or not. After reading and understanding what this set does, it's clear that it's made for crit DPSs that deal most of their damage from their skills and ultimates. And what characters are we left with? Actually, a lot of them, those many that you see on the screen. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't pay me enough to make calculations for all of them, so I will start by eliminating some characters. Himeko and Erta are out, because they already have Grand Duke, which is a bit better than this set since they also deal a lot of damage from follow-up attacks. Susheng and Scylla are also out, because even though they can use this set with no problems, they have better options or focus on a different playstyle. Acheron, Welt, Hook, Misha, Serval and Dunhang are also out, because even though this set will be amazing on them, they also can use 4-piece Pioneer, since all of them can apply debuffs by themselves. And, after eliminating all of these characters, we are left with 3 characters in specific: Argenti, Jingliu and Yanqing. Starting with Yanqing, which recently got a new best in slot set some versions ago, we can see that this new set, even without its second passive active, provides a higher skill damage than its previous best in slot, something that increases to a difference of around 5k damage after using your burst. But the ultimate damage this set offers is not enough to reach the numbers his ultimate was doing with Soaring Valorous. And, since this new set only provides skill and ultimate damage, Yanqing follow-up attack will also suffer a bit. So, in Yanqing's case, it will most likely depend on what you plan to do with him. If you want to see a consistent damage every time he uses his skill, Scholar will be the go-to. But, if you like to see big nukes, staying with Soaring Valorous will be better. But, the same cannot be said for Argenti, because compared with his previous set, Scholar proves to be a bit better. The difference between sets may not seem a lot, but remember that Argenti is a character that can spam his ultimate quite often, which will lead for pretty much an 100% uptime on those 45% skill damage bonus, especially on Pure Fiction. And for last, the most awaited user of this set, the reformed top tier DPS, Jingliu. And, since Jingliu is one of my favorite characters, and one of the only limited 5-star characters I try to go after Eidolons, I will try my best to calculate her damage comparing with all the previous sets that she had and could use. And by my surprise, she is for sure the best user for this new set. Scholar not only competes with all of the other options she had available, but also stands out since it's a relatively decent increase over her previous options. Even with only the 20% damage, this set already offers around 2 to 4k difference on her damage. And, when we add those 25% skill damage after the ultimate, her damage becomes even better at around 7 to 11k difference. There is no doubt that this set is extremely viable and universal. Most DPS characters can use it, and thanks to having such an universal 2-piece, it is also a great set for you to pick when you are trying to play with the combinations you have available for now. But what about the other sets? That's what we are going to see now. The second new relic set available for this version will be Sacerdo's Relived Ordia, a set focused more towards supports, but with a funny uses and in some cases mind-blowing users that would probably never cross your mind. This set will provide you 6% speed on its 2-piece effect, already making it a super good 2-piece for supports. And, on its 4-piece effect, when using your skill or ultimate on one ally target, increases the target's crit damage by 18%, lasting for 2 turns and stacking up to 2 times. So, if you equip this 4-piece set on a character, you will get a total of 6% speed and will be able to give up to 36% crit damage to an ally after using a skill or ultimate only on them. After reading and understanding what the set does, it's obvious that it was meant to be used on characters that have either a skill an ultimate, or both that they can use on only one person of the team. And what characters fulfill these requirements? Characters like Blade, March 7, Jade or Yukong can use their skill on themselves or on others, but they will have better options that further amplify their damage or their support capabilities. Anya could also use it since her ultimate is dedicated to one ally exclusively, but having two ultimates before the buffed character reaches 2 turns seems complicated and not optimal. Healers like Gallagher, Natasha, Lynx or Bailu could use it as well, but to start, Bailu's skill bounce doesn't even work with this. It would be a great interaction, but unfortunately it doesn't work, and the others have better sets or combinations of sets for them, because some of them really struggle to keep our team alive even with the sets dedicated for that. And after analyzing all of this, we are left with 4 characters: Bronya, Sparkle, Tingyun and Luocha. Yes, Luocha. Starting with Tingyun, this set fits her like a glove. She's a character that both her skill and ultimate are single target focused, allowing your target to reach full stacks in her first turn, and she was also a character that was pretty much surviving with breadcrumbs, because she didn't have a specific best in slot and was being built with combinations of sets that provided what she wanted. But should you switch? In my opinion, if you manage to get a super fast Tingyun with more than 160 speed for example, I think you should ignore this set for her if she was your only reason to farm this set. For Bronya and Sparkle, the situation is similar. Both are characters that want to be using their skill on an ally pretty much every time, and they were also characters that sometimes were getting stopped from using a complete set since their previous best in slot was Aka's Space, a set that some sustainers also run. So, on their case, just like Tingyun, I would say that it's a good upgrade if you didn't manage to get more than 160 speed on their previous builds, because if you are one of those crackheads that lived on the Aka's Space domain, trying to make every support on their account 170 speed, you will probably waste your time here if you wanted to farm only for them. And for last, the man of the moment, Luocha. I'm sure most of you are like, why Luocha and not Gallagher or any other healer then? And let me explain. Luocha is a character that brings comfort to the game like no one else. And why? Because he heals a lot. Sometimes even way more than needed. Like, my Luocha heals for almost 5k on his skill and around 1k every time someone attacks with his field. And he's not even super invested. If I focused only on attack percent and healing bonus, he would heal way more. The second reason for him to be a good candidate for this set is none other than being the only character, at least that I can remember right now, that can cast his skill automatically without consuming skill points whenever an ally HP drops below 50%. Due to all of these reasons, I think that from all the sustainers, he is for sure the only one for now that can use this set. Let's be honest, he doesn't need those massive heals, he will just be fine healing 3k HP for example. And since he has an auto skill, if the RNG Jesus is with you, he will end up being a skill point neutral character. So, finally he will stop being the only healer that gets choked because of only healing, and he will start being able to provide buffs for the team. But in the end, is this domain worth to farm? In my opinion, this is the best domain right now if you want to have an account with the most amount of characters built. Scholar 2-piece effect of 8% crit rate and Sacerdo's 6% skill already make it worth for characters that you are trying to compensate on certain stats, like 8% crit damage and damage percent as combination of 2 pieces, or 12% speed from Sacerdo's or Aka's Space. And regarding the 4-piece, Scholar may not be the best option for many DPSs we have, but it's a usable option not too far behind the others, and Sacerdo's, even though it's not that universal as Scholar, is one good of a set that works with the top tier supports for the hyper carry playstyle. And, for those who didn't notice, Sacerdo's relic pieces are Sunday's clothes. So, maybe this is Hoyoverse teasing us for the best in slot for the upcoming Sunday, and giving up by their history, it's pretty possible that future characters launch will force you to stay on this domain more than you wished for. So, what do you think about these relic sets? Are they going to be worth farming and using on your account? Thank God I saved a lot of fuels on my inventory for an occasion like this, because I will use all of those 100 into farming for these new sets. Thank you so much for staying until the end. If you like my content, don't forget to leave your sub and to like this video. That way, you will help me achieve my dream faster, and it will also help into the madness of going for E6 Sunday. I hope I could help you with this video. A special thanks to my members for trying to support me even more. Don't forget to give a look on my Twitch channel and participate on the live streams to have a chance of winning free blessings. Code DFNX on U7Buy for a discount when buying Stellar Jades. Thank you so much for staying until the end. My name is DFNX, stay safe and have an amazing day.